In this training, we're going to take a look at tables and table of contents inside of the SmartDoc field in SmartSuite. So if that's of interest, stick around and let's get into it. Let's hop right on into my screen. Now, in order to jump into tables and table of contents, these elements exist inside of SmartDocs. That is a field type inside of SmartSuite. So if you don't already have that field inside of your app, you must first add it. So here I am, you see I have the SmartDoc field right here, and I can now start working with tables and the table of contents. So let's go ahead and pop into any one of these different SmartDoc cells where we have this field. So I'll open this one up here. I'm on my notifications record, and if I want to open just this one SmartDoc, I can hold down Shift and hit Spacebar, or I can just click right here to open and expand that SmartDoc. So here's my SmartDoc fully present on my screen, and in order to get my table of contents going, we can start with that. We're going to hit slash. Once we've done that, we can scroll on down here and we will eventually get to the table of contents option. So this is going to show the current headings outline. So let's go ahead and install that. And what we find, because we have a blank doc, is this hasn't done much of anything for us. So let's go ahead and actually reset here for just a second. And imagine that we drew up a little bit of a doc here. So in terms of planning that doc, I'm going to start off with a few headers. So I might say heading 1 is my intro. And oops, I didn't quite get that. Highlight that again and select heading 1. And then I might have some text here for the intro. And then underneath this, I might have another section. That section might be main body. And inside of main body, this might be, again, brought into as header 1. And then I'll have some other text here for this. You can imagine how this would escalate, and I could have an entire document written out with a bunch of different headers sectioning out the different parts of my document. Well, now if I go ahead and implement the table of contents, it's going to organize this information for me based on the different headers that I've already put together. So let's go ahead and actually hop up to the beginning or the top of this document up here. And I'm going to again hit slash, and I'm going to look for that table of contents. Here it is. And I can go ahead and drop it in. Now, when I install this, you see that I can expand that table of contents, and it automatically knows what I have inside my document, and I can just be taken directly to that section. So if I had a really long document, this would be an excellent way for me to instantly get where I need to go inside of my doc. Now, I also want to point out that I might choose later to add to my document. Maybe I create a new header, and I have my closing thoughts, for example. So I'll go ahead and add my closing thoughts here. And again, you can imagine that there's still more text underneath that, but this particular part here, that closing text, is going to be made into a section or a header. And you see, as soon as I do that, as soon as I bring it in and label it with the header here, it's automatically added to my table of contents. So this is a really powerful way for you to stay organized inside of your SmartDocs. As you use headers, they will automatically go into that table of contents if you want to bring that table of contents into your doc. Now let's flip into the other topic here, which is tables inside of our SmartDoc. So maybe we want to organize some information like we would on a spreadsheet, and we just want to quickly add it to our SmartDoc. So we can go ahead and come in here and just start, again, hit slash there to bring up the menu, and then I start typing, and when I type TAB, I'm down to table of contents and insert table. So here I'm going to just insert a table, and you see as soon as I do that, I can still use that slash to bring in commands here if I want in the header of those tables. But for here, I might just say members and dues. And so for example, I might say, okay, I have a new member, Allie, and her dues are $250. And I can continue to add more information to this table as I go. In order to do that, let's click on this menu right here. We can insert rows above, below, insert columns, so you can increase to however many columns you need, to the left or the right. We can toggle the column headers. We can also toggle the header row and set background colors as well. So lots we can do here in establishing this whole table. Let's go ahead and actually just add another row below here, and I might collect dues for someone else. Maybe Connor is owing us $500 worth in dues, and we want to categorize that in a table like this. So you see how we can just continue to expand and add more information here. It's like snipping a little Excel spreadsheet and dropping it into a Word document, except it's all here inside of your SmartSuite SmartDoc. I know we covered a lot in this video. There's a lot on this topic, so explore this for yourself. Go ahead and poke around and see if you can add tables, expand them to include new columns, new rows, and also bring in that table of contents yourself. I will see you in the next video. If you have any questions about what we covered in this training, please ask them below in the comments section of this video. And until then, we'll see you in the next training.